What is going on, everybody? I am your host, Slackerz, bringing you our next matchup in the Ultimate Smash Bros. DLC tournament. So, if you are new and you're wondering what this is, it is very simple. I will explain the rules, and if you want to participate, it's very easy to participate. So, let's get to it. So, this is a tournament of 72 characters. Less now if you've been eliminated, but basically it's a tournament each day on the channel, except for Sundays. I will upload one matchup from the tournament. So the matchup will be me going over the two characters that are, well, in the matchup. So today's match is Agumon from the Digimon series taking on Krystal from Star Fox. But Krystal's an assist trophy. The tournament is just for fun. Vote for who you want, regardless of their current situation. Doesn't matter. This is like, think of it if Nintendo approached you and said, all right, between these two characters, who would you put in? And they would be guaranteed to be put in. That's how I want you to vote. You know, who do you actually want between the two? So how do you vote? Simple. Type your answer down in the comments. You only get one vote. I do check that stuff. But yeah, one vote. You can vote for both. Just simply type both if you really would like to see both characters in Smash Ultimate for DLC. Or just in Smash Bros. In general as playable fighters. So anyway. Yeah, the rest of the rules: double elimination tournament, meaning a character has to lose 2 times before being officially eliminated. If there's ever a tie in the voting, I will flip a coin on camera. Best and fairest way to decide that outcome. And then each matchup, voting-wise, only lasts for 1 week. So today's Saturday. That means next Saturday we'll get the results of, well, Agumon and Krystal. But before we get to that results, we have to go, well, I mean, there's going to be a lot before that result pops up, but before we get into the matchup for the day, we have to go over the results from last week, which was, Captain Toad taking on Sandbag. So, yeah, let's, this is a loser bracket matchup, so whoever loses is done from the tournament, and it was kind of a weird one. There's definite, I don't know where I'm going to go with that, so we're just going to show the results. I was going to start rambling, but I don't need to ramble. Sandbag actually pulls off another victory. I was a little surprised. I thought Captain Toad was going to get this one. I did. But 43 votes for Sandbag, only 27 for Captain Toad, so Cap is done for this tournament, sadly, but he still did pretty well, I think. Still did pretty well. So, yeah, I guess congrats to Sandbag for moving on for at least one more match. Again, loser bracket. If you lose in the loser bracket, you are done from the tournament. So, yeah, I guess with that out of the way, we now get to focus on the matchup for the day, which was, who did I say? Agumon and Krystal. There it is. Yeah, Agumon and Krystal, so let's go for it. Right? So let's start with Agumon from the Digimon series. Who owns Digimon? Hello, Mouse. You want to thank you. Who owns the Digimon series? Who works on those games? Bandai Namco, huh? Where have we heard Bandai before? Oh, they work on Smash Bros? What? And Bandai doesn't have a rep in the Fighter Pass? Not saying that they're going to get one, but, I mean, they are working on the game. They're helping Nintendo with this huge IP of theirs. And Nintendo might have, reached out and been like, you know what, Bandai, thank you again for all the help. We'd like to get one of your characters in Smash. Now, Nintendo might have their own idea for characters they want to reach out, and maybe Bandai has their own sort of list that they're like, all right, hey, you're going to give us a character. We would like to see, characters ABC. And Nintendo's like, well, what about XYZ? And then maybe they negotiate. So what I'm getting to is maybe Digimon was on that list. So ever since, Pokemon and Digimon have been created, there's always been the comparison. Well, Digimon's, a rip-off of Pokemon. It's really not. They're not too similar. I mean, yeah, somewhat, but they're not. It's not like a copy of each other. But Digimon, it's one of Bandai's actual best selling franchises. It's one of their bigger franchises that they currently own. So I would think Pokemon. I would think Digimon has to be considered to be in Smash Bros. Plus, you could get some really awesome matchups. You could finally get Digimon versus Pokemon in a Smash game, which would be pretty cool. Pikachu against Agumon. Come on, that'd be dope. Charizard against Agumon. That'd be also pretty dope. But yeah, I think if you're going to talk about Bandai and getting a rep in Smash, I know there's other series that will come to mind. what Tales of is kind of a big one going around currently. But whether you like the series or not, I have to say Digimon should have been in contention. Doesn't mean they're going to get the rep, but definitely in contention for potential, DLC in Smash Bros. And going back to what Reggie said, like it was something like kind of think outside the box sort of thing. It's going to be characters that are unexpected for the Fighter Pass. So far, yeah, it's been pretty much a lot of characters that weren't really considered or anything like that. So like we have Joker, right? Before, and like nobody was really asking for Joker. I never seen the name pop up, like hardly ever. And then so yeah, check. Nobody was really expecting Joker. And then we got the Dragon Quest hero. Before the Dragon Quest hero, Erdrick, before that rumor started, before any of that, Dragon Quest was not being talked about. It wasn't. So that's another character we weren't thinking of that ended up getting in. Banjo could be an exception because, well, going back to Smash Wii U 3DS, the fan on Twitter asked Phil Spencer, the head of Microsoft, if he'd be willing to let Banjo be in Smash, and then that kind of became a whole big thing, and we know, obviously, Banjo got in. So maybe Banjo's kind of an exception a little bit, but still it wasn't like a guarantee that it was going to happen, at least in my eyes. And I'm a big Banjo fan. I honestly didn't expect it to happen, but at the same time, I'm like, there's a decent chance it could. Anyway, off the Fighter Pass and talking about Agumon, it could happen. It could be one of those characters that might be underlooked that not a lot of people are talking about. So definitely in contention. I would say that for sure, 100% in contention. But I guess we'll see in the end. But yeah. Agumon, Digimon, they got their own moveset. They're very popular. Yeah, so let's flip over to Agumon's opponent, Krystal. So Krystal, yes, the assist trophy. One thing I liked about Krystal's assist trophy is is her staff and how she used it. She's kind of got like a pretty decent like moveset sort of made for her assist trophy. It's not just one little animation, one attack that she comes out and does. There's multiple things, and I love the staff especially. When Krystal was introduced was at Star Fox Adventures for the GameCube? Or is it? No, Assault came out. Yeah, it was Star Fox Adventures. When she got introduced, a lot of people started clinging to the character. Well, not clinging, but really started kind of getting behind the character, and there were a lot of fans for the character. Another female, again, always room for females on the roster. Never going to argue that. I won't. There's room, definitely. So Star Fox is one of Nintendo's bigger franchises. Not as of late, because, what was the one What was the one on the Wii U? That one that was just kind of a disaster. Yeah, I don't think people really talk about that. I didn't buy it. I didn't play it. I just heard bad things about it. Mainly, wasn't it like the controls or something stupid? I don't remember. But anyway, Star Fox is still one of Nintendo's more popular franchises, and getting another rep might not be out of the realm of possibility. So going back to when Krystal was first introduced on the GameCube, a lot of people started kind of asking for her to be in Smash Bros. And this was on the build-up to Brawl. Her name kind of kept getting floated out there a lot. And as the years went by, all these, different charts of characters that were popular, that were getting votes and that sort of stuff, Krystal's name, she was in like quite a few top tens. I think the Smash ballot, wasn't she like a top 10 vote getter for Japan? I believe that was the region. So the character, she's got a following. She would have a pretty awesome moveset with her staff. There's quite a bit. I think the next picture, actually, yeah, a little bit. So she's got a fire blaster, got projectiles, got an ice blaster, I guess another projectile, but it could kind of like maybe freeze your opponent for maybe a second or two or something like that. Would be pretty cool. It does have a rocket boost, so that could be like the up B recovery move. Got ground quake, which would be maybe like a down smash, would be pretty awesome. Of course, you can still use the staff just to whack somebody over the head or just jab the staff forward. So, simple stuff in there as well. Plus, I think there's like a shield, isn't there? For the staff. It kind of might like reflect projectiles or absorb projectiles or something like that. So the staff has a lot of different powers, a lot of different elements to it that would make for such a really nice, awesome moveset. So, yeah, I think with that being said, I hope if Krystal were to get in, I just hope it's not an R-Wing. Do something from Dinosaur Planet with maybe Tricky, and he comes in, I don't know, he's Dinosaur Stampede or something like that. I don't know. Maybe whatever. But let's go to the voting. I really do like Krystal. I do. And if she were to ever be a playable character, I think I would really enjoy the moveset again with the staff and everything. Really cool. I played the crap out of Super. I did play the crap out of Smash Bros. But no, I played the crap out of Star Fox Adventures. I remember going to Target as a kid. My dad bought me the guidebook, and I went everywhere collecting all the scarabs. I collected just everything, knowing where the power-ups were. I defeated every single enemy. I played that game. I probably had, I'm not going to lie, I probably had a few hundred hours into that game, and what was it? When did that come out? 2000, early 2000. So what was I, like 12, 13 or something at the time? I played the crap out of the game. That's probably my favorite Star Fox game, I'll be honest. Probably my favorite one. But I can't vote for her in this one. I would really like to see Agumon in this one. Just the potential for the Pokemon versus Digimon to actually happen in a game finally. It's a big thing that I would love to see. I love crossovers. When they're well done, I love crossovers, and Agumon I think would be a very great fit for the roster. You could do some really cool stuff with Digivolving, for the moveset. Maybe it's just the final smash. Maybe it's, percentage based, reaches 50%, Digivolves into Greymon, reaches 100% into Metal Greymon, something like that. You could do some really cool stuff. But yeah, that is going to be it for this one. I'm voting Agumon, so who are you guys voting for? Agumon or Krystal? Or both. Those are your options. One vote per person. But that's going to be it for this one. So I guess we'll give you a sneak peek for Monday. Looks like, what's the matchup? 109, right? Ryu. Ooh, that's a tough one for me. Matchup on Monday is going to be Ryu Hayabusa taking on Bomberman. Oof. Third party care. Wow. I'm glad I have a few days to think about that one. Oofda. All right, but that's the match for Monday, and then we'll get the results of Crash and Gino on Monday as well, so that should be fun. But that is going to be it for this one. But that's on Monday, and today is today, and today's video is wrapping up. So I do hope you guys enjoyed, and hopefully we catch you guys on the next one. Peace out, everybody.